What's up? I'm still alive. It's been a while since I dropped an episode in this series. I promise you, the architecture slash system design video is coming soon, like very soon. Like I want to get it done. But let me explain myself. Let me defend myself a little bit. I was doing a bit of system design and I got carried away. And now this whole thing is built and is designed and working as designed. And it's not just for me. It can support a lot of other users as well. And now I have alpha users helping me test things out and giving me feedback and looking for bugs. Like check it out. I even built a little UI to make things convenient while I, approved videos so it can be automated. So how did I get here? Well, I did the first draft architecture and I wanted to validate some assumptions. Some assumptions that were not clear in the AWS docs, specifically how lambdas pass information to other lambdas and how they invoke each other. I wanted to do this before the next episode so that things made sense and, I wasn't giving false information. Well, because the docs weren't clear, I decided I wanted to do a quick experiment, build a quick POC. So I did that. And the results came out to be something that didn't hit the baseline that I wanted. So then I said, let me start playing with some of the other components that I wanted to use. Let me throw some SNS in there, some SQS blocks in there in between the lambdas. And that turned out great. Then I said, hey, why don't I just use a bit of mock data? Why don't I test this out a little bit? Turns out I don't do mock data very well, so I ended up using real data. Well, if I'm using real data anyway, why don't I just put it into a storage somewhere so I can persist it so that when this whole thing is done, I can just use that storage. I can just hook it up and things will just work. Slapped on DynamoDB, which pushed me to fall into an entire rabbit hole of diving into how everything works, how it's optimized, and all the little nuances that have to go with using DynamoDB. Specifically, switching my paradigm of thinking for data modeling over to single table design and denormalization. That's right, denormalization. It's not the same as relational design, which, you want to normalize. It's denormalizing. So once all this was put together, I essentially had my scraping pipeline done and I had the patterns to be used for the rest of my system. So I was like, hey, if I got this thing 60% done already, I might as well go the full 80%. If you're wondering why I don't go the full 100%, it's because you'll never get the project done if you're thinking like that. So I'm building this thing out. I'm going the full 80% and I'm doing update videos here and there on TikTok. And it turns out some people want to get involved. Some people even want this thing to be real so they can use it for their businesses. I started taking names, and once I got to the 80%, I started reaching out to a couple of people. I asked them, hey, do you want to use my very crude alpha version? And surprisingly, people said yes. So if you're an alpha user and you're watching this right now, I just want to extend a very, very big thank you for helping me test the system out, giving me feedback. Even if you haven't directly given me feedback, I track a lot of things behind the scenes, so you've directly helped make the platform better. So thank you. That's where I am right now. I'm currently building out the authentication system. This is so that people can sign up and connect their social accounts on their own without me having to do anything. Currently, right now in the alpha version, I have to do some manual hookups, and it's not ideal right now. But the system is in a place right now where it's good enough for me to talk about the architecture and the system design, so I'm going to go and I'm going to do that. That's it. I just want to give an update to everyone that's been kind of asking me about when the next video is going to be. The next real video is going to be dropping soon, like real soon. I'm going to get it done. All right, that's pretty much it. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.